When we talk about the sort of relationship that Europe is going to establish with the rest of the world, we also mean the sort of relationship that Western Europe will establish with Eastern Europe.
Mackinac College began with the acute consciousness of a need. It was founded not on the small idea of establishing a new institution, but on the big idea of learning how to meet a pervasive world crisis. It was founded with one central dominating purpose: to create an education for men and women of a kind that would equip them for immediate, effective involvement in the compelling issues of the day. Now, if we are going to do that, one thing we must have here is continuous growth. We shall never finish building this college.
The infant mortality rate for black Americans is twice and sometimes 3 times as high as it is for whites. Keep that in mind. That's important. Here is a story from the New York Times of August 21st, 1961.
I think one of the unique things about the trip we had to Italy on the extended residence program was the fact that we met more than one segment of the society over there. And we had a chance to meet with the students, for one thing, but also with the economic leaders of the country, the business leaders, the political leaders.
For instance, Descartes said, "I think." Therefore, he established the reality of his physical being on the basis of this thinking in terms of logical priority. Would you do the same?
No, for my idea.
There will never be a time, nor has there ever been one, when the student responsibility for Mackinac College rests only in your elected officers. I hope this election and every election we hold here will re-emphasize the point that this school is the property of each of us, and therefore it is the responsibility of each of us as well.
Our spotlight speaker for this morning is Mr. Richard D. Harza, Vice President of Harza Engineering Company. Mr. Harza graduated from Northwestern University.
When you think of it, they killed Socrates, they executed Socrates. Their most brilliant man was Alcibiades. He died in exile. Themistocles, who saved the nation when they fought against the Persians, he was ostracized, sent to exile. It goes back to something we'll come to, which is this Greek philosophy of not too much, don't go too far.
Beispiel. Sie hören, Paul arbeitet im Krankenhaus.
The awakening wants to emphasize a need for man to have pride in being black, in being white, in being human, and in being. America needs everybody.
So that it is in form for debate at the next town meeting. All those in favor of that motion, please say aye. Aye. All opposed? Nay. Motion's passed.
So I would like a student committee to work with me on these things. And it can either be your steering committee or a committee appointed by them or a committee elected by the student body. I'm free as a breeze on how you want to do that. And I would like to meet with these students just as soon as they are ready.
Another thing, never let Mackinac College be a retreat from the real world for you. That it must not be. Make it rather a proving ground of the real world as it ought to be, and a launching pad for those who would fight to build such a world everywhere. Make it the herald of a new order in education.
When Nietzsche made his proclamation, it affected him deeply. But it seemed that for most modern adherents to the death of God theory, they were rejoicing over their newfound freedom. Many outspoken people took opposite stands. One was the playwright William Alfred of the off-Broadway play Hogan's Goat.
The President's Science Advisory Committee is assisted in that by the National Academy of Sciences, which is the organization that I served for many years, because the National Academy of Sciences is a non-governmental body which for 100 years and more has developed the ways of drawing the leading scientists of the country into advisory groups to help the government.
It's a mood in this case. It wasn't a crisis.
How do you make a mood?
I don't know how to move,
Well,
but I think
the
issue depends as much on the mood of all the people as well as the person who's standing up and trying to make the issue.
I agree, because I don't think 300 years ago.
I think we learned more talking with them about Mackinac, about America, and that we could ever learn in America. There was about 800, I guess, altogether American students at the University of Bologna, and at the medical center there they have
16. Demandez ce qu'il prendra comme dessert.
Make this college your college. Always heighten its aims and make them your aims, and play your full part in making it a college that will produce men and women equal to the test of the mounting crisis that is everywhere.